The WWE Universe has witnessed many shocking moments throughout the company's storied history. But what unfolded on Friday Night SmackDown left fans speechless and the locker room shaken to its core. In a night that promised high-stakes action and electrifying entertainment, the return of Roman Reigns alongside his fearsome cousin Jacob Fatu delivered a spectacle unlike anything fans could have expected. Together, the two unleashed an unrelenting and brutal assault on rising stars Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, an attack that not only cemented their dominance, but also signaled that the power of the Anoa'i dynasty is far from fading. What many thought would be just another SmackDown episode turned into a night of chaos, family unity, and a chilling reminder that the Tribal Chief still casts the longest shadow in WWE. The build-up to SmackDown's explosive main event. For weeks, speculation had swirled about Roman Reigns' next move. Since stepping away from the spotlight after his epic clashes earlier this year, whispers of his return circulated at every WWE Premium Live event. Meanwhile, Braun Breaker, the explosive second-generation superstar and son of WWE Hall of Famer Rick Steiner, had been carving his own path of destruction. Known for his raw power, athleticism, and no-nonsense approach, Breaker quickly became a top contender on the SmackDown roster. Similarly, Bronson Reed, the 330-pound wrecking ball from Australia, had established himself as a dominant force in WWE. With his sheer size and agility, Reed proved time and again that he could hang with the best in the business. Together, Breaker and Reed had formed an uneasy alliance, united by mutual respect and a desire to climb to the top of the SmackDown food chain. Little did they know, their ambition would put them directly in the crosshairs of WWE's most dangerous family. The return of the Tribal Chief. The night began like any other, with matches setting the stage for rivalries and storylines, but as the final hour approached, the atmosphere in the arena shifted. The lights dimmed, the crowd buzzed in anticipation, and then it happened. Roman Reigns' theme music hit. The arena erupted in deafening cheers mixed with boos, a sound that only someone of Roman's magnitude could generate. Slowly making his way down the ramp, dressed in his trademark black vest and adorned with the aura of dominance he's carried for years, Roman looked every bit the Tribal Chief. But the shock wasn't his presence alone. It was who accompanied him. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf himself, walked beside Roman, his intense glare fixed on the ring. Known for his brutal offense, unmatched physicality, and a reputation for leaving carnage in his wake, Jacob's arrival marked a seismic shift in WWE's balance of power. For the first time, Roman and Jacob were side by side, a nightmare combination for anyone standing in their path. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed stand their ground. Inside the ring stood Breaker and Reed, neither man willing to show fear in the face of such overwhelming odds. Breaker paced like a caged animal, muscles tensed, while Reed stood tall, his massive frame unshaken as he stared down the returning Tribal Chief and his monstrous cousin. The crowd could feel the tension, a powder keg ready to explode. Commentators tried to prepare viewers for what was about to happen, but nothing could have predicted the sheer violence that followed. The assault that shook SmackDown. As Roman and Jacob stepped into the ring, Breaker charged first, spearing Reigns with the kind of explosive power that had already made him a future world champion in the eyes of many. For a brief moment, the audience roared as it seemed Breaker had gotten the upper hand. But then, Jacob Fatu struck. With a devastating super kick that nearly knocked Breaker out of his boots, the Samoan werewolf shifted the momentum instantly. From there, chaos unfolded. Roman Reigns delivered his signature Superman punch, flooring Bronson Reed as the big man staggered back into the ropes. Jacob Fatu unleashed a flurry of savage strikes, including a thunderous Samoan drop that shook the ring when Breakker crashed to the mat. The two cousins displayed flawless synergy, cutting off any comeback attempt with calculated precision. The most chilling moment came when Roman signaled for the spear, leveling Breakker with such impact that the ring ropes trembled. Not satisfied, Jacob ascended the turnbuckle and delivered his devastating Samoan splash, a nod to his family's legendary finishing move. The sight of Breakker and Reed lying motionless in the ring, while Roman and Jacob stood tall above them, was a visual the WWE Universe will not soon forget. The message sent to WWE Roman grabbed the microphone after the destruction, his voice calm but filled with menace. He reminded the world that no matter how many new stars rise, the Anoa'i bloodline remains untouchable. He declared that Jacob Fatu was not just a cousin, but a weapon, an enforcer who would ensure the dynasty's dominance continued for generations. This, Roman said, standing over the fallen Breakker and Reed, is what happens when you challenge greatness. The tribal chief doesn't fall. The bloodline doesn't fade. And with Jacob by my side, we are inevitable. The statement was simple yet terrifying. The Anoa'i dynasty had just grown stronger, and no one was safe. The fallout and fan reactions, the WWE Universe erupted across social media. Clips of Jacob's splash and Roman's spear trended worldwide within minutes. Hashtags like Roman and Jacob, Tribal Chief Returns, and Samoan Dynasty dominated Twitter and Instagram feeds. Fans praised the pairing as a dream team, while others worried about the future of stars like Breakker and Reed, who were positioned as the next generation but were left destroyed in their wake. The locker room, according to reports, is equally shaken. Roman's return already shifts the pecking order, but Jacob's inclusion adds an unpredictable and dangerous element. What this means for the future. Roman Reigns' alliance with Jacob Fatu opens countless possibilities. Reformation of the bloodline. With Roman back, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and Solo Sikoa may find themselves forced to choose sides. Jacob's presence could create unity or fracture the family further. Bron Breakker's next chapter. After suffering such a brutal beatdown, Breakker now has the perfect motivation for a revenge arc, setting up what could be the feud of the year. Bronson Reed's redemption. The powerhouse from Australia may seek vengeance of his own, potentially aligning with other superstars to challenge Roman and Jacob. WWE's main event scene, with Roman back, and now paired with one of the most dangerous Samoans in wrestling history, the world title picture instantly becomes more intense. Conclusion. What Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu did to Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed at SmackDown wasn't just an attack, it was a declaration of war. It was a reminder that no matter how bright the future may look with rising stars, the present still belongs to the Anoa'i dynasty. The WWE Universe now looks ahead with anticipation, fear, and excitement. Breakker and Reed will undoubtedly seek revenge, but the question remains, can anyone truly stop Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu together? For now, the answer seems clear. The tribal chief has returned, the dynasty is stronger than ever, and SmackDown and all of WWE will never be the same again.